Okay, I hope that this is not a super long-winded video, and I apologize straight away in the beginning. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just navigating the current state of things as everyone is, and I just wanted to give you guys my opinion. This video is totally my opinion, just a rant about the state of copyright at the moment. And so with that out of the way, olá pessoal, meu nome é Bernardo. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all staying healthy at home if you can. Stay free of the coronavirus. And this video, I'm getting tired of this subject, to be honest. I think I'll title this as like copyright has to come to 2020 or something of the sort, because that's the reality that things are at the moment. You know, I've been plugging it a bit. I've been streaming on Twitch for the past, couple of months maybe? Regularly, almost every day. And I've been playing music, of course. Just the same thing as I do here on YouTube, just more sloppy because I'm doing it live. And here on YouTube I do unlimited takes. So yeah, that's what I'm doing over on Twitch. I'm playing video games as well, which is what the platform was designed for at first, but they have been pushing music for a long time, and now with the coronavirus, I've started to do that over there as well. Mostly in Portuguese, but if you speak only English and you want to interact with me over there, feel free to come by. Plug done. And so last weekend actually, there was a panic over on Twitter, over on the internet, that Twitch was going to turn into YouTube. Ever since that weekend, today is Wednesday that I'm recording this video, I've been researching about all of that, and I've come to the conclusion that I already had, that copyright law is super outdated and needs an urgent reform. I'm just a small drop in the YouTube internet content creation people kind of thing. I'm just a drop in the ocean. I'm nothing like compared to big ones like Rick Beato and Jared Dines or whatever, but I'm doing my part in bringing awareness to this issue. Copyright has to be reformed. I don't have the solution for it, I admit that. I have some ideas, as anyone has ideas about it, but it has to be reformed. The world is not the same as when these laws were first put into action. Like, I think that copyright law establishes that, for example, I compose a song, I have a record company, which I will never have, most probably. They own the song, even though I was the person that wrote it. They own the song. They have the rights for that song until when I die, and then 70 years pass by. This is totally nuts. This is crazy. So in effect, like, these record companies, they don't want you to play Pink Floyd, they don't want you to do a cover on the Beatles. And if this happens, and this is the part that the record companies don't realize, if this happens, in 20, 30, 40 years, no one will know who the fuck are the Beatles. No one will know, because no one will be able to use their songs in any kind of thing unless it's on the radio, where they do pay license to play those songs. I'm just saying, I don't have a solution for this, but this has to be spoken among the new companies like Spotify, YouTube, wherever. The solutions have to be found in order to revolutionize the way that the industry works and the way that the copyright works. It's nuts that these companies hold the rights for stuff that was composed ages ago. Like, imagine if something was composed in the 50s and somehow the person is still alive, the record company will still owe the rights to that for plus 70 years after the person dies. What kind of... Do these people not hear about meme culture, which is the world that we live in nowadays? I'm going to continue doing what I've been doing, right? Because no one wants to hear my original music. I'm no one. I know that every band started that way, but you know, there are lots of people that started the way I'm doing things nowadays, like Justin Bieber or what's his name? Shawn Mendes, for example, to super big pop artists that started on YouTube making covers, right? So these rules, this causes issues to new people trying to get into the music industry, which is rotten, in my opinion. And that's why I argue that people should be independent as much as possible. There will never be any more Metallicas, there won't be Queen, There won't be Rolling Stones, there won't be Beatles, there will never be any more bands of that sort because times have changed. Music doesn't have the value that it had before. And these record companies are still holding on, like they want to take as much money as possible that they can. And that's not the world that we live in anymore. And they haven't realized yet. And I just hope that somehow governments realize this too. As generations pass by, I think that this will not be resolved probably still in my generation, unfortunately. But I hope that my descendancy, my sons or my grandchildren, may fight things differently than they are for me. Because I don't care here on YouTube, they have content ID, it's flawed, but it kind of works. I still can do my covers. I don't get money here on YouTube, so I don't care. When I will be able to, if I will be able to get money on YouTube, I will probably start thinking more about exposing my own stuff, because that's a thing that I want to do as well. I don't want to rely on covers forever. But until then, please give us, the musicians that are trying to grow in these new platforms, the leeway to start to do something. We're no ones. we're nobodies, right? And unless things change, it will be difficult to leave the nobody side of things. I don't know, I'm just ranting. I'm going to make probably periodic updates to my points of view, but I'm still going to do music on Twitch. I'm still going to do my covers over here. The laws will have to change eventually. There's a valid point in original music, of course, and that's something that I want to do as well. I just think I want to grow by doing covers, and then when I have captured more people's attention, then I can present my original music, and then I can be faced with the issue of copyright being infringed on me. But I don't really care. I just want people to connect with the message that I'm saying. I just want people to be aware of the problems that we are facing and that this is not right. I don't have the solution again. There are things like Content ID that have been used for years. Like, we can still make the content on top of the original song, but the record companies are the problem here, in my opinion. So yeah, if you're a musician like myself, if you are thinking of doing original music, stay independent. We don't need record companies anymore. We have services that can help us as independent musicians. There are many people doing it as a career on original music, like Intervals and C2A or whatever, as an example in the progressive instrumental metal rock kind of thing. I'm sure there are lots more people doing that. There are tons of copyright-free music that is actually good. And yeah, you have seen me show more and more of my ideas, of my original ideas. I'm probably going to do that on streams as well, over here on YouTube, on new videos. Probably try to expand on my original ideas, because if things stay the way they are, we won't be able to use any other music than our own. And don't even get me started on Article 13. I really do hope that when it gets into action, people see the damage that it makes to the creative community, and that people lobby up and try to make their voices heard. That's what I'm trying to do with this video as well. I hope I didn't bore you guys to death. So if you want to hear more covers, more original music in the future, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. You can also follow me on Twitch, on Instagram, and all that internet fancy and wonderful stuff. If you are a musician like me, even as small as you are like me, try to make your voice heard. Say the things that you don't agree on. As small as I might be, I'm another voice out there regarding this. Tell me your opinion down in the comments, please. I'd also like to know your opinion on all this copyright thing. If you think the laws are up to date, if they are not. I agree on copyright. It has to be enforced somehow, but the way that is currently being done, it's not the correct way, in my opinion. Copyright has to come to 2021, as 2020 is cancelled. Let's try and bring it up to date. Musicians are starting to be more and more intelligent about their own music, and that is only a good thing. So yeah, if you're a musician, keep being independent. Don't get yourself in the clutches of record companies. That will only be bad for you in the long run, in case you do make it big. You never know. Alright guys, I hope I see you here next week with a new video, and until then, take care, stay home, keep yourself corona safe. Bye bye.